Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to this edition where I will be taking you through the section of receipting in a package called the Saphire SaS System Administration Software, which manages the records which are of data which are handled in a school, college, and any other academic institution. So I'm going to log in here, provide my identity here, and choose the section which I want to log in, and log in like this. Once successful log in, I'm presented with menu items. As you can see, let me just drag this window so that you'll be able to see clearly what we are talking about here. We've got these menu items which are there, the SaS, the student transaction, academics, and all this, including my periods which are listed there. Periods, in this case, we are referring to a term, an academic term. Right. If I click on to go to receipting, I go on transactions. This creation of a receipt is one of the transactions which happens in when students are making payments into the school. I click on receipts. The window for receipt has got information arranged in three logical areas. The area where with the details about the student, this. Then there's an area about receipt text that we put on the receipt, and the area with the controls which are used when you are creating the receipt. I think everybody has got this. Now, you need first of all to indicate from who are you receiving the money. Who is the payee? Come here, click on the search. You are presented with a box like this one. In this box, you can either search by the name of the student, by the reg number. If I say, for example, Sunday, like this, I say search, I'm given with this student, Or I may not know the specific name of the student. I may choose to search by registered form. If I have some student here, I say search. I'm given a list of students who are currently registered in this particular student, a particular class. And I can choose to search by boarding status. You can say that you will be filtered out only search from borders, only from day students, only, or from all. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to be searching all categories, but with a specific name, something like this. Then I get my student there. So if we are receiving money from this particular student, I double click, the student becomes active here. I'm presented with the reg number of the student, the name, the boarding status, and the current class, and the summary of balances grouped by currents for monies that are paid or received from Sunday Gabriel, like this one. And I've also I also have a list of receipts which have been collected for money collected from this particular student. But initially, this what are mixed like this. But if I want to view the US dollar, for instance, only, I click on the US dollar and say preview this. Right. With this, you have managed to show the student. I can also now, to create the receipt, I now choose the receipt book from which which is being used for creating the receipts. And in this box, we are listing all the receipt books which are active for capturing. I've chosen, for example, practical fee receipt book. Then you can type in the receipt number like that. Then the method that has been used in making this payment, say swipe, and the currency, say RTGS, and the date on which the receipt has been created, you indicate the date like that. And indicate the date like that. Then if there are any notes which to attach to this receipt, which might include this payment is for term 1 and term 2, like that. Then with that you do put some text on the receipt. Then you go on the create receipt tab. On this tab, there are some fees papers which are listed here. You may choose fees development fee 85, and then say add line. You choose another receipt item 23, add line. Sometimes it happens that the bursar who is receiving the money might receive money on the other section for the other sections, the other from which he is working. You can use section trespass to list fees items which are not restricted to your section but are also being received in other section. Say like children, and you say in this case 70. Right. When you are satisfied that all the items in the receipt lines have been entered like this, you now go to where you indicate the term or the period for when the money is being paid for, June 1, 2019, and I click save. Then you will receive a confirmation box that the receipt has been created and the reference is generated. Right. I think with that you would have created a receipt, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to preview the statement, you can choose to go back to the balance here and the statement preview, say refresh this balance. You go to RTGS, for instance, preview. With that you will be able to use this button preview to generate a statement, which is now a printable document, which you may choose to print. These are the receipts that we have been creating, showing the document, the reference, the period, the description, the currency, the amount, which you may choose either to print or to save as an electronic format, PDF or other format which are supported there, and so forth. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you can create a receipt in Saphire client. With this, I hope you have managed to see how you create a receipt. If there are any questions, any comments, any additions, please feel free to contact me on my number. This is my email, and this is my mobile number, and I'm giving these special editions from Zimbabwe. Thank you. Stay safe.